SOLIDWORKS has a highly customizable API that can be used to create bespoke tools that can speed up sections of a workflow or even automate it entirely. In this video, I'm going to quickly show a simple example of this, which will hopefully give you an idea of the kind of solution that can be created. So here we have the results of a staircase survey, which has been provided as a 2D DXF. Our goal is to bring this into SOLIDWORKS and turn it into a 3D model that we could then use to, say, design a banister or a stair lift or even some new stairs. To begin, I'm going to turn on an add-in that was created by the Solid Solutions programming team that will give me access to a set of custom commands which fit neatly into the existing interface. They even have their own icons, tooltips, and task pane options. To start the process, I'll bring in the 2D DXF with this command. This automates a couple of steps compared to the usual import method. Once it's imported, I can then begin creating the first flight of stairs. Each region here is identified as a step, and the command is intelligent enough to ignore the text inside and just considers the outer boundary. The first region is actually representing the floor, so I'll take this option and then move on to the first step. Now, all I need to do is simply input the height of each step and press enter, and it will automatically create it and move on to the next step. If the remaining steps all have a consistent height from here, then I can speed it up even further and turn on auto create and generate them all at once. And that's the first flight of stairs created. To create the next flight, I just need to choose New Flight and select the DXF for the second flight, although in this case it's actually contained within the same file. I can then use Reposition Entities to quickly align the start of the second flight with the end of the first. And now I simply need to select the stairs as before. And by the way, if you do want to select multiple areas to represent a single step, this is possible, which I'll do to represent the landing here. I'll continue to assume the steps are a consistent height and generate the rest of the steps in one go. To now create the final flight, I'll use the same method as before. To be clear, the results I'm showing here are completely possible to achieve with standard SOLIDWORKS commands, and actually that's still relatively straightforward to do. But by using these custom tools, it makes the process significantly faster, at least 3 to 4 times faster. And it's this kind of time saving that can really add up if it's part of a workflow that you're repeating daily. Further to that, it also simplifies the process, which can make it much faster to upskill a new member of staff, as they don't really need to even be a CAD user to follow this kind of workflow. So if you find you're constantly repeating parts of your design workflow and you want to learn more about how we could maybe improve it and save you time, then please give us a call or fill in our online form to find out more.